Well, ever since Hawkeye wrapped up, many people have been wondering when Hailee Steinfeld's Kate Bishop would appear once again in the MCU. And although we don't have an official report from Marvel, a Hollywood insider has given us a big update, and it appears Hailee Steinfeld's future in the MCU is going to be massive. Let's break it down. Well, as many of you know, Hailee Steinfeld was a huge part of the recent Hawkeye series, and honestly, many fans loved her portrayal of Kate Bishop in the series. Kate Bishop took over the role of Hawkeye in the comics, and this show really did a great job at passing the mantle from Clint Barton to Kate Bishop, setting up a new Hawkeye in the MCU. Now, since the series, we haven't heard a lot about the character, although then there was a ton of speculation about where she was going next, and some of those details seem to have now been confirmed. Now, this report comes via Daniel RPK over on his Patreon, and as you know, he does hit a lot of home runs, but as we always say, it's not for Marvel Studios or Kevin Feige or even Hailee Steinfeld, so we want to take it with a grain of salt, but we're going to find out if this report is true very soon, because we're going to see her in the next Marvel feature. According to Daniel RPK, Hailee Steinfeld will actually show up in The Marvels. Now, I don't think she's going to have a big part in that film, and I suspect she will be part of either the end of the movie or a post-credit scene. And I'd be willing to bet she will be showing up to recruit Miss Marvel as part of another project, the Young Avengers. Now, in the same report, Daniel RPK says that a Young Avengers project is now officially slated for sometime in 2025 or 2026. I'm going to assume 2026. And we're likely to get an official announcement in the coming months, most likely at Comic-Con. Now, Marvel's schedule is filling up pretty quickly, but when you get to the end of the current schedule in the 2025 and 2026 range, you start to get a lot of space, and a Young Avengers project would fit well into that sometime before Secret Wars wraps up this major phase of the MCU. Now, he did confirm that Steinfeld will also be part of Secret Wars, which really is kind of a no-brainer, but additionally, Hawkeye Season 2 is also in development, which is something we had not heard any reports of in the past. He also recently updated that she will be somehow part of Marvel Zombies. Now, that is an animated project, so she's more than likely just bringing her voice to that, but it is interesting that Kate Bishop will be part of the Marvel Zombie series. Now, recently she made a lot of waves because she also voiced Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Verse franchise, and many people were wondering if she could also play a live-action version of that character. Honestly, I find that very unlikely. Although I loved her voice acting in the film, her face is very recognizable in the superhero genre, and she is Kate Bishop. I suspect there's probably contract limitations that wouldn't allow her to play both characters in live action. And honestly, I think there's a lot of other actresses that would probably fit that version of Gwen Stacy a lot better than Hailee Steinfeld. Now, when we get some official news from Marvel Studios on Hailee's future, we're going to have to wait and see. It was always pretty clear she was a big hit with fans, and Marvel would find a place for her to return. I'm super glad to hear she's going to be part of the Marvels, and I think her role as Hawkeye in the MCU is going to be secured for quite a while. When we see her fire off a couple arrows again, well, we're going to have to wait and see.